Andrew Tate did get banned off of fucking Facebook and Instagram, I think. So like yeah, it says it right fucking there. So yeah, I want to see like what Abba and Preach have to say. I personally like I think that like it's a weird censorship move. It's a weird like it's a catch-22. I understand. I think what I personally think what like led to Andrew like getting banned is like saying things like, well, fuck Facebook, fuck Instagram, fuck YouTube. Like he was saying fuck those platforms. I'm going to say what I want. But as a user on a platform, like you're exactly that. Like you're using their platform to create one for yourself. So at any given time, that platform can take away yours. You feel me? And it should be like that. If you're spewing shit, like especially talking shit about the platform. I think if he would have never said things like oh, YouTube promotes this, Instagram promotes this bullshit, Facebook promotes it. Like instead of like calling out the platforms that you're using to build yourself, like if he would have stuck to that whole like red pill masculinity shit, I don't think he would have been like canceled as much. Daz's video? Who's Daz? No, if you want you can link it. I'll watch it after.
Facebook and Instagram. He's a genuine threat to young men. He has drawn criticism from online comments, particularly from UK advocacy group Hope Not Hate, which welcomed the most recent ban. We welcomes Meta Shift's action to remove Andrew Tate, and we putting pressure on TikTok to follow this example. They must act now to prevent further spread of these extremist views. He's banned from Instagram, Facebook, and very likely he's going to be banned from other places. So first off, I don't think this ban
50-minute video on Andrew Tate getting banned is crazy.
Matters at all. I don't think it matters at all because I think their attempt is to like stop this person who in their eyes is like spreading misogyny. Even if that's how you view him and that's what you think he's doing, you haven't stopped whatever the movement he's coming from is. He's just a figurehead, just a face. The issues between men and women, this gender-related war that exists in our society still goes on. There's going to be somebody else who comes in his place, and that stuff will never change. The second reason why it doesn't matter is that he doesn't even spread his own videos. He doesn't have a YouTube channel where he's spreading all this stuff. He doesn't have a TikTok channel where he's spreading stuff. It's random people who are spreading this stuff.
Who's posting this thing?
You know how many fucking Andrew Tate edits I see, bro? His shit is crazy. Like I was barely seeing his actual YouTube.
It is impossible to stop it.
But the minute
so they're going to be in every comment section, reposting it on every channel, going comment Tate W, and guess what? You can't stop it unless you ban all mention of it beyond how dislikable he is. All right, let's take ourselves out of we hate this dude, okay, or you hate this dude, or whoever hates this dude. I don't care.
He explains it. Wait.
What matters?
I'll watch a little bit of it after this.
The young folks who gravitate
only like
towards his message.
10 minutes, yeah. I'll watch it after this.
Put under a spell, or were there a lot of societal issues that existed that created the perfect melting pot for someone like this to come to prominence? Whether you like it or not, be it Fresh and Fit, any of these red pill dudes, whatever you want to choose, what is it that makes people get drawn to them? And this is what I've been saying for a long time. When I did the other video, I'm like, listen, red pill for me, but I understand why it's necessary.
Yeah.
Right? You can hate these movements, you can be against them, but until
I'm interested. I like the top, like
that lead to these movements.
I think the topic is interesting because anytime that someone with a large platform is censored, it begins to raise the question again of like, what are the lines? Like, what are the lines? Because I think for the amount of extremism that Andrew Tate is, there has to be somebody on the opposite side. And then is that opposite side person, like, are they being scrutinized as much? Like, if Andrew Tate is saying, like, fuck women, be a man, be an alpha man, you don't need a woman, or, like, fuck 20 bitches, there's gotta be a woman that's saying fuck men, be a boss bitch, you don't need a man, you can get pregnant without men are useless. Like, there's an opposite side, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think that side is gonna be criticized as much. You know, I think a lot of like small line shit, like, you know, attacking the platforms that you're using, I think personally is what got him. But I don't think that the messaging, like his views, I don't think his views are what got him like banned.
Everything else is just putting a band-aid on an infected wound. That's what it is. That's what it is. You're not coming to the concerns of any of these young men, which, whether you like it or not, Andrew Tate spoke to some degree. Well, why can't they choose a better? There are no better role models. I don't know how many times I have to say. I get so sick and tired.
And before Andrew Tate, we gotta remember, right? Before Andrew Tate was Kevin Samuels, and Kevin Samuels was getting a lot of flack for, like, he wasn't putting the rhetoric out there and talking about the platforms, but he was getting flack for his comments against women, even though he was making the same comments to men. And they even tried to cancel him like damn near through death. So it's like Andrew Tate just kind of became that figurehead for you know, like the lost man, the person trying to figure out like what a man is, and using YouTube and Instagram to like look for those answers. You feel me? And I agree with what Abba is saying here, that there's not a lot like of here's what you need to do to be a man. I think a lot of the larger platforms, and even like their platform, is geared to just share perspective and share their perspective, but not really necessarily guide you on like who to be and like who you should be. I think oftentimes when I like listen to their content and I like hear them, you know, make takes, it's often like, well, this is how this person views the world, and I don't got like, you feel me, like no hate against that. I don't have nothing to say against that, but this is what I believe, and this is why I think it is wrong. And on one hand, you feel me, that's like a better way to perceive it and live in your own values and try not to conflate certain issues and tell people what to do. But on the other hand, that's what Andrew Tate is no, this is what you need to do for those people, because there's people out there that need people that will be like, no, this is what you need to do. You feel me? This is what is going to make you feel like this. This is how you're going to get this. And a lot of people are always looking for answers. So if you're not necessarily a platform that's giving answers, there has to be somebody that's like giving out the answers, and people are going to look for it. It just so happened that it was Andrew Tate. And before that, it was Kevin Samuels. And even now, I would say a lot of people in the talk space, like I guess industry, like I've seen a lot more Ben Shapiro clips, like Joe Rogan still heavily circulating around like my feeds and what like and shit like that, and Jordan Peterson as well. So there's a lot of like, I think rhetoric and conversation is becoming like popularized, which I can definitely appreciate, but I don't know if like it that's when we start seeing things like this where does censorship begin? You feel me? Because like it's just like where does the line get drawn?
Of fucking women just coming out of the woodwork to be like, well, they're better. What role models? Go ahead, point them out. Good luck. I'll wait. Because I've had people send me, and you know what? None of them have any advice that are useful in dating. Most of them have terrible advice, if any, okay? And they have little to no experience, so I don't really care to hear from them. So I want y'all to peep the whole formula. We didn't talk about what men were dealing with for a long time. It led to this. Now someone starts talking about it, you're like, don't speak about it. So now we're going back to the very point. They're like, don't plat for this person. Don't speak with them. I was like, well, people want these issues addressed. No, get somebody else. There's better role models. Okay, so let me ask you, where are all these positive role models that y'all been encouraging this entire time? Where are they? When have they rose to prominence? Why aren't they going viral? If there's so many good ones out there, and you guys encourage them and support them, and then they should be pushed up in these algorithms, how come it's never happened? Can anyone tell me? There's so many positive ones.
Don't look at me.
How come in the last 30 years of my fucking life, I've not seen a single one of these motherfuckers ever promoted on national television or anywhere else? How come no young men have ever gravitated towards these people? Can anybody tell me? I'll wait. Since there's so many, I'll wait. Tell me where these motherfuckers are at.
Oh, we got one.
Who?
Bill Cosby.
So I ask you, right? And this is the more important question, because get past the ban. The ban is just feel-good bullshit, okay? This doesn't change anything. How do you get to the real problems, which are the issues that men are facing that they feel are not being talked about? That's what I want to know.
Like, who puts himself in the? It's boys. They'll be fine. It's funny. It's really funny that they want men to talk. They want men to like to say what they gotta say. And the minute we do, it's like, we hate. We this and that and the third. We can't have both, people. Like, we can't have both.
Today's video is brought to you by Ray.
I definitely agree with that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I agree with that. A lot of people, or it seems common now, that there's a false guise of people want to hear what you're going through. It's like like it's weird. Like you'll see people, you feel me? You'll see tweets and you'll see people be like, oh, like there's all these resources. Like you need to reach out. You feel me? Like if you have friends, like let somebody know this, that, and the third. But then you let somebody know and like nothing happens. Like not everybody really is equipped. You feel me? So like, and not everybody, when they think they are equipped, actually knows what they're doing. So a lot of times more people do damage than good. And when can 100% attest to the fact that a good friend is rare. A good friend is very rare. A good friend to where like you say something to them like that might be affecting you and they try to help you with solutions to help you get past it. That's really fucking rare. Like that's very rare. A lot of relationships are surface level, where it's just like you have one or two commonalities and like that's about it. So to get like deep, you feel me, it's just like it there's no like, you feel me, bond for that, so there's no reason to do it. And then when you reach out, like that person's not gonna really be like have that connection with you to be like, oh, I care enough to want to help. It's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is this guy? Like I don't care about your problems, bro. A lot of people are on some I don't care about your problems, but like let me know if you need anything. But yo, a lot of motherfuckers be like, yo, hit me up if you ever need anything. Then you hit them up and they'll be like, bro, I don't got shit for you. You feel me? So it's like it's weird. You feel me? And then I think there is a side where it's like some people are allowed to voice what they feel more often, and when they voice what they feel, they're heard and cared for better. And then the other side kind of voices what they feel, and it's just like, so what? Like, so what? Like, deal with it. You feel me? Go out there and keep dealing with it. So it's a weird thing to
Editors,
notice.
I'm unbelievably impressed with these